Hi, I haven't played StarCraft in a long time, um, but I kind of found a little bit of time this weekend. Finally had a little bit of extra time on my hands, so I decided I'm gonna play 10 games. I'm gonna play 10 games. I think it's a newer-ish account. My goal is not to be putting versus Grandmaster players after not playing the game for a few months. So hopefully we'll be against like gold leaguers and stuff. I don't know what rank I'm gonna end up at, but I just gonna casually play a couple games of StarCraft and just have fun with it. Any mentions of past drama, politics, anything really controversial is an instant permaban now. So just keep that in mind. If you guys want to know what you can talk about, you can talk about music albums coming out. You can talk about games coming out. You can talk about movies coming out. You can talk about TV shows you're watching. You can talk about your kid graduating, magna cum laude. You can talk about your dog graduating from dog school, magna cum laude. You can talk about your daughter winning like state volleyball championships. That's allowed. You can talk about your dog winning state volleyball championships. That's allowed. Basically, anything that isn't cripplingly depressing is fair game in this chat. So that's the law now. That's the law. That being said, I'm just going to play 10 games. I don't know if people are going to stream snipe me. I don't know if people are going to be weird. I'm not going to do any delay. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just going to play 10 games. And no matter what happens at the end of 10, I am done. So this way, there's zero risk. You know, I'm setting the expectation early that no matter how horrible it goes, you know, if we somehow only get to play for 45 minutes, because we get proxy reapered 10 games in a row, I just want you guys to know that's fine, because it means I get to go get baked and watch football earlier with the rest of my day. So that's my game plan. That's my game plan. With that being said, gonna hop into it. Don't really expect anybody to hang out. Don't expect people to come say hi. But, you know, I've got to, I still got the itch to play the game. So maybe one day I can turn this into the kind of place I always wished it could have been, you know? So got to start somewhere. All right, let's get her done. Oh, yeah? I switched it so my escape key is the base camera key now, and I use backspace to cancel stuff. Keeps life simple. Keeps things easy. Got a Protoss. You aren't getting the game sounds through? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Here, I'll just, here's what I'll try to do. I think the chat is enabled there. Why would this not be going through? Let me see if it's just the audio device on that system. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe that feed is just too quiet. Let's try that. How's that? Let me know if you guys can hear, if it's coming in better now. Yeah, if that doesn't work, you're just going to have no sound this game. I'll fix it next game. I think I just have it kind of quiet on the audio mixer. I don't stream anymore, so please don't expect good quality streams anymore from me. I'm just like you, turning your computer on to stream on a random weekend now. Okay? Let's keep the bar as low as we can here. So he's got 2 gateways. Looks good? Good, that's what I thought. Because I ain't fixing it. I'll see you for my next stream in another month and a half, alright? My MMR should be like really low because this is basically a new account, so I should be able to just play bio and stumble my way into some level where I can get 50-50. So that's the general game plan. I'm sure my MMR will end up being a lot lower than it was when I was like doing really optimized mech builds at the top of the ladder. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to make a new account for if I was going to play again, because I just kept getting matched versus pros and grandmasters, even though I don't play anymore. So it's not good. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. He went straight into Storm. Just watching you play and build battle cruisers, to be honest. Yeah, probably never do that again, but we'll see, we'll see. If StarCraft ever goes back to being a live game, I'm sure there'll be opportunities for me to do stuff, and then I can spend more time on the game like I used to. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. But like, even all the casters and stuff, like, none of them even know what ESL's plans are for next year. Like, even those people are all in the dark right now, so the game's not in the best spot it's been in for a little bit. So I'm just kind of enjoying myself. I'm not worrying about anything like that. I know. Can you believe I didn't get concussive shell? No, what's interesting is that I haven't seen a third base from him at all, right? So he kind of rushed up to that storm, and I felt like he kind of pushed me back really well. But now I feel like maybe the only reason why he was able to defend is because he didn't have that third. So things are getting better for us. Things are getting a little better for us.
Don't leave me hanging. Go, go, go. Got it. Ah, you scared me.
Ghost reporting. Ghost reporting.
Upgrade ready. Noise.
This better be good.
Channel.
Huh? Big job, huh? Been waiting on you.
Repeat last trend.
Who won?
Channel secure. Roger.
By the numbers.
Upgrade complete.
Got it.
You gonna
Go. Standing by. Out with it. Commencing operations. Understood. Ghost in the fog.
Beautiful, beautiful. There it is. There it is, baby. GG. Yeah, I'm on my like initial placement matches for this account. And see, even that guy is Master League. That guy's Masters. So that's kind of what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to I'm playing on a new account, but we're even with a brand new account, we're still getting put versus some very high ranked players. So that's always the kind of stuff that's just like, it makes playing this game absolutely difficult sometimes. Brand new account runs into a Master League game in the first match. That's tough. But that was not bad. We got our first game in. I'll press the button. Let's see if it updates. Perfect. I don't know if I have that on the in-game. Let's see. Hi, buddy. Long time ago, you last stream. Yes. Some comment about MMR and fun. Okay. Don't think we missed anything here. Just gonna paste this guy over here. There we go. For keeping track. Probably don't need all this stuff open. I just got Red Zone up on my other monitor here. Washington recovered a pretty crazy fumble from New York. Daniel Jones continues to cement his legacy as an all-time bad decision. Looks like we got TVZ though. This guy's platinum. Okay, there you go. Now we're getting a little closer. I say that. Looks like they just scored. Not bad. Are the Seahawks playing today? I'm not sure. I'll check the NFL website after this game. But I don't know.
What's going? Huh? SCV ready. We hear you. We'll butter my biscuit. SCV ready. What's
Cyclones? Question mark. Hello. Yes, you've named one of the units in StarCraft 2 that Terran has. You have named one of the Terran units, the Cyclone. Do you have any additional questions? You forget it's so early. They're playing at 125. Oh, they're the late slot.
SCV ready?
Yeah, I was gonna say most of the morning games started about 40 minutes ago, so they're all getting to the end of the first, or they're into the second. Huge fumble by Atlanta, actually. Atlanta just dropped the ball pretty big. They just got riggedy wrecked. Aren't they your favorite unit? No, I don't think so. Are they your favorite unit, Ancient Wanderer? Or do you want to know what my favorite unit is? Do you want to know? I could give you the opportunity to ask the question and feel like you came up with the question on your own. Or I could ask it myself if you like. Whichever option makes you happier. Now, my favorite unit, talking about favorite units in StarCraft, I think my favorite unit in StarCraft has always been, I think I've been pretty consistent. I've said for about 10 years, my favorite unit is the Hellion. Always loved the Hellion. The Hellion is just such an interesting unit in terms of like how its attack works, because it shoots in a straight line, and there's just so much that you can kind of do with that. But I also really like the Mad Max aspect of it. But that's only my favorite Terran unit as well. My favorite unit overall is actually a Protoss unit. I like the Archon because it symbolizes two people literally killing themselves to try and more or less save everybody else. Like when two Templar commit their souls and they burn together into a giant ball of death, that like flames out after an hour in the lore, and they're just gone. So it's like Archons are kind of the ultimate sacrifice They really are, if you ask me, the most badass thing in StarCraft. Imagine just holding hands with your bro and turning into a fireball that burns out and being like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do to try and kill these guys. They're like, we gotta protect this house. You know? It's pretty dope, if you ask me. Yeah. So the Archon has always been my favorite unit in StarCraft. And in StarCraft Brood War, there was actually a Dark Archon that could do like mind control and stuff. And that was easily my favorite unit for a really long time. In StarCraft 2, the Archon is a lot worse, I think, than in StarCraft 1, and there's obviously no Dark Archon, so I never really liked it as much. Archons were pretty bad in this game too because of the way that like pathing and walls and all of that have just kind of historically been in SC2, so I'm not seeing a lair, no lair, 3 hatch. So he's just kind of playing greedy so far is what we're seeing. Yeah, he looks like he's playing. So we got like a turtle Zerg here, basically. It's the vibe I'm getting.
Your add-on is complete.
We'll get one Viking with that too. I think that's probably a good play. The epic mode making the cinematic Protoss scene. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You saw me used to do a Cyclone strategy. Yeah, I did all sorts of builds back in the day. I think I was one of the most innovative Terran players to ever play StarCraft, really. You'll never hear too much about people that came up with builds quite like me. Not in this game. That's one of my favorite things about playing StarCraft over the years. All the different stuff you can do in the game is just awesome. Lots of different strategies, lots of different ways to approach matchups, opponents, different situations, different ways to use certain units, all of that jazz. That's always been one of my favorite things about the game.
Add-on's finished. Command center upgrade complete.
Yeah, he's gonna feed me a bunch of lings. But like, you think this guy's Master League? Like, probably, right? And again, I'm playing on a brand new account, so it doesn't take any time at all to get put versus people that like do this kind of stuff. Like, even if this guy is actually Platinum League, like his account says, he's just turtling Mass Queen, right? Like, that's all anybody does. So it's kind of like you just got to deal with it, sort of thing. Even in the lower leagues, even in the trenches down here. There we go. I got all his drones, though. That should help. That should help. Nice. Am I planning on streaming Stormgate again? Stormgate right now? Probably not. I think the biggest problem with trying to stream that game is that there's not a lot of people that play it. So, like, I really enjoy Stormgate, and I really liked playing it. But I think that if there's not people playing the game, it doesn't really matter. So I'll probably wait for them to get more people playing their game, and then I'll be pretty excited to get back into that. But I think that they just don't have enough players for it to really be fun or interesting. So you guys know I liked it, but that doesn't magically mean everybody else liked it, right? They're kind of struggling over there. They are a struggling.
Mind out some of your minerals.
168 players right now on Steam. Yeah, and there's probably not that many of them actually playing 1v1 either, right? So it's the same reason I don't play StarCraft. There's just not that many people that play anymore.
You gonna give me orders? Sure.
Lined out a mineral field. Your base is under siege.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that. Oh, he just threw this game so bad. Wow. Well, there you go. I guess that's why he went Mass Queen. I guess that's why he went Mass Queen, huh? Fantastic. Fantastic. What was that? That was a cheese. That was a cheese. He tried to all in me with all of his queens. I killed all of his workers, right? I killed all of his drones, and then he just A moved me with all of his queens, so that was nice. No, he tried to do so much. He opened up, he had burrow. He tried to get all the speedlings at the start. He had burrow. He was like all up in my face. Let's get another game tallied on the counter though. Press the button. Okay. We'll play 8 more games today. What did he do here? You guys got to remember, I'm like a professional gamer level with like mech strategies, but if I play at that MMR, I'll only play against 2 people because the game is dead. So I'm gonna play bio in low MMR so that there's a wider range of opponents, and that's my plan. You guys all know Nathan would never be good playing real strategies, so there's no risk of being accused of smurfing. No one's ever thought I was good at this game, thankfully. I was curious what this build was though. When did he get the burrow? It seemed reasonably fast, but maybe his plan was always to go into roaches after or something like that. He had a good vision lineup at the start. Let me kill a lot of his lings too. I just wanted to know how fast he got it, but it was not that fast. It was not that fast. So we played a Master League player and a Platinum League player in our placements. Hi, Dyer. Yeah, my favorite unit is definitely the Archon. My favorite Terran unit is the Hellion, and my favorite Zerg unit. My favorite Zerg unit's probably the Infestor, but that's just because I like mind control. The Infestor used to be way cooler. It used to be able to shoot out like zombified corpses of Terran units that fought for you. That was like my favorite thing. That was like my favorite thing ever. I forgot I can switch my colors to be pretty. I love that teal. Love that teal color. Hey Katie, if the guy that brought up Stormgate out of nowhere doesn't say anything else in chat for the rest of the stream, can you remind me to ban him when we're done? I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna assume he only came in to just kind of be mean about that other game. That's the energy I'm getting there on that comment. I don't like that.
What's going on? Bad news? Big job, huh? Move it. SCV ready. Yep. Gotcha. Big job. Bad news?
We're just gonna Reaper scout this Zerg, and if he's doing some kind of like cheddar where he catches us off guard with like lings that went around the side, like a pull first, then we probably lose, but that's okay. Our build is like a 90 or 80% range, so anything that catches this off guard can be kind of safely looked at as outlier, you know.
Fair enough. Got something for me to kill. I'm listening.
Well, almost made it.
Go ahead. Let's go. Big jump. SCV ready.
Your command center add-ons finished.
SCV ready. Bad news. SCV ready.
Add-on done. Swap away.
Miss your casting on the live SC2 events. You and In Control were the ones that brought some humor. Yeah, man. Well, hopefully we get to cast some StarCraft games up in heaven together one day. That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. Thanks for sharing your nice words. Think of Jeff often.
SCV ready.
Queued up, ready to go. Your add-on is complete.
Ready to blunder. Gateway coming. Want some? Let's get into the fight. All right. SCV ready. Go ahead. Go, go, go. This better be good.
Maybe we'll get +1 with after the third CC, I guess, if you're playing bio. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
By the number, you want a piece of me, boy.
Start the next set of medevacs, start our next round of bio, and then we'll try to get the upgrades. That way they can at least be synchronized. It's like it always feels nice to try and rush them, but they need to be synced. It's just important. It's just an important thing, you know. It's just one of those. It's one of those things.
You ready for war? SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
This better be good.
Oh, he's turtling. So what is he doing? He's just going straight into Hydras. Oh, lurkers. Okay.
Made for battle.
Research complete.
SCV ready.
Ready for pickup.
SCV ready. Go, go, go. Kaboom, baby. SCV ready. SCV ready.
There it is, baby. Woo! Yeah, he went right for the lurkers. I had to attack him. I had to attack him. He went for lurkers so fast. He went for lurkers so fast. Like I couldn't just let him do that, right? GG. Let's see, did he have any other map? No, that was all. You know, he got like his lurkers up reasonably fast, but like as good as they can be, when you do that, you kind of notice that he didn't really have much, like as far as his actual army goes. Like, did he have lurkers? Yes, but he only had, I think he only had 3 of them. It was like 2 or 3. And then you kind of just abuse the fact that he doesn't really have the ability to bounce around his bases all that much, you know? But yeah, no, I love I still keep up with stuff, you know. I've been working, so I just haven't been streaming, but I still watch tons of stuff. There obviously haven't really been like tournaments or anything going on lately, which kind of sucks, but it's kind of it's one of those whatever things. I got put in Masters League. That's incredible. This game is very very good shape, I think. I'm watching this field goal attempt. All right, Bengals are up 3. I got you guys. How's work been? Great. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Things get done. Things get done. I get paid. It's incredible. 3 out of 3. Oh yeah, I gotta update the game ticker, don't I? Press that button. Getting some more spam phone calls. Having a Pennsylvania area code, having a Scranton area code phone number has. It's not been cash money. Not been cash money on that.
The quest for glory begins.
What's going on? Huh? What's go? SCV ready? Huh? You're the boss.
Dak getting his legs involved again today, huh?
Go ahead. Yo. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Big job, huh? What's going? Huh? Roger. SCV ready. Bad news. Huh? What's going on? In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Huh?
Of course, the Jets had to go and beat the Texans so that I could spend the rest of the week starting to get some hopium going again in my blood. After that loss to the Patriots, I was ready to hang it up on the season, you know? I think Garrett Wilson had to go make one of the greatest one-handed catches of all time in the history of the game. I know you guys, not all of you probably watch American football, but yeah, on Thursday night, one of our guys made one of the, like, as far as general consensus goes, one of the most difficult maneuvers, basically, that you can do in the game. So that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool moment. Very, very few people have control over their own bodies like that while they're running full speed down a field, being chased by people that want to tear their heads off, you know? Garrett Wilson is a beast. Love that man. I don't know about you guys, but one of the reasons why I like sports is because occasionally you get to see those players that elevate the game. You get to see those, you know, those moments that you're like, this is why I watch. Laszlo.
Add-on done. Swap away.
Bad news? I'm listening. Got something for me to kill. All right. SCV ready. On the way. Yes, indeed. Who wants some?
Command center. Add-ons finished.
I'm listening. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. You want it weird? SCV ready. Certain SCV ready. Yeah, come on. Ah! You scared me! In the rear with SCV ready. SCV ready. Done. On the way. Oh yeah, baby. SCV ready. Ready to plunder. Made for battle. SCV ready.
Your add-on is complete.
I like it.
There we go. Beautiful. Clear him out.
SCV ready. This better be good.
We're just gonna get up to our bio, go for our drop, and hit him with everything we've got.
Add-on done. Swap away.
Gangway coming through. Let's do this. SCV ready.
His lair just finished.
Here comes the pain. SCV ready. Fight or flight? Yeah, right. Huh? SCV ready. Bad news? Armed and SCV ready. SCV ready.
Ready for desktop.
SCV ready. This better be SCV ready.
In the box.
Let's get into the fight. No SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Driving off.
Big job. Who was? You gonna give me orders?
Up, ready to go. Research complete.
Been waiting.
Ready for desktop.
I think I got this. Yeah. There it is. Ooh.
SCV ready.
Ready for desktop.
Not too shabby. The heck, man? You're on fire today. Yeah, I know, I know. You know, after hearing for so many years that I didn't know how to build Marines, it's like, you know, It's like I just continuously get myself off in an endless chain by doing so. It's incredible. Never knew this feeling existed.
Command Center 2.0 ready to
It's like finding out I can breathe after they told me I only had gills my whole life. It's like, holy shit, air feels good, man. Shout out to my boy Gil. Rest in peace. Love you, Gil. Miss you, bro, every day.
Ready. Waiting on you.
upgrade.
Well, he left. I think we won this game. Don't think we missed anything there. Not too bad. All right, let's add that. Let's add that to our game counter today. Moving up a little bit here. That peanut not going down easy. If I if I go out choking on a Snickers bar on stream, please just never buy them again. And of course, every time I look over at the other screen, it's just Josh Allen hit sticking a linebacker. Incredible. We'll remember you. Thank you. Thank you. Even Thanos was going to remember Tony Stark, right? So.
It's time to kick things off.
He's a lamb. He goes, bah, bah. Bleep. Bleep. Bleep.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? Yeah. Roger. Huh? SCV ready. What's going on?
Chasing down the street.
Gotcha. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. Big job.
Can't remember the last time you saw a lamb. Yeah. Most thoughts that are lamb related in my mind, they kind of get overwhelmed by goat thoughts. Think about goats instead. And that makes me think about that terrible Thor movie where they just had goats just going off the entire film for no real reason. That's about where my mind went from that comment. That's where my mind went from seeing his name being a lamb. I just thought about goats.
What's going on?
Just being honest. I'm sure somebody out there, I'm sure there's a zoologist in the audience who's, you know, devastated that we're not, you know, breaking down the Animalia here, but just don't have the budget for that. We don't. More practical to have goats instead of lambs. Yeah.
In the rear with the gear. Big job. The Grim Reaper has arrived. Oh yeah, baby. Fair enough.
Well, you know, you hear a goat in the discourse a lot more. I think that's probably a big part of it. You know, there's the goat discussion, right? That happens in many things. you know, StarCraft players think that they're unique because they argue over who the GOAT is. But, like, there's people that still argue whether LeBron James or Michael Jordan are the best NBA players ever. So, even in the most mainstream of competition or a mainstream of competitive avenues, people still have those kinds of arguments constantly. So, I think if anything, that would definitely be a reason why one would have goats on the mind. But yeah, it's like when you think about sheep, or really when you think, I guess if you go to sheep, that's the other thing too. I don't know. I'm like, what is lamb for other than a rack of lamb? Like, do people do things other than just eat lamb? Does it serve another purpose? I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing with lamb other than eating it?
Command center upgrade complete.
Do we shear them? Do we shear them like we do like sheep? Probably that then, I guess. But I think that's a brand identity thing, because people just think of shearing sheep. Like, maybe you've heard of lamb skin or lamb fur, but like you probably are more familiar with hearing about sheep's stuff, right? Lanolin? Lanolin? What I'm talking about?
Ready to plunder.
Ready to raise some hell.
Transformation systems prime.
SCV ready.
All right.
SCV ready. Big job, bad dude. SCV ready. Daylight's burning.
Add-on done. Swap away.
Oh, we got most of the lings. That's fine.
Add-ons finished.
Go ahead. What's going on? SCV ready. You scared me. SCV ready. Gotcha.
You know, it's like, I'd love to live in a world where I could just walk around with my dog everywhere because he's well behaved and trained and doesn't do silly things, you know? But I live in a world where if I even tried to do that and he accidentally hurt somebody, right, I could lose him forever. So it's like, on one hand, it's like, you know, the idea maybe of having all those different kinds of animals sounds fun. But on the other hand, practically, there's just a lot of limitations to it because of just the way reality is laid out. There's a lot of reasons why it's easier to have dogs than goats.
Ready for dust off. Picking up.
Big job, huh? I'm going.
Scared me. SCV ready.
Your research has concluded.
Let's have a blast.
You've mined out some of your
Acknowledge.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's just gonna do. He's just gonna turtle, right? He's just turtling up.
Ready for dust off.
In the rear with
I'm just gonna do a 2-base bio tank all in, because I don't want to play Mass Ghost. I'm not gonna do it.
SCV ready. Understood. Loud
command
and
center
clear.
upgrade complete.
Oh, I told him to build the armory, but he didn't. That's unfortunate. Something must have blocked him from being able to make it. That's not good. It's not good, but I guess we were going to do a 2-base all in at some point anyway. It just would have been a lot stronger if it was 2-2 instead of 1-1, but that's fine. That's okay. We don't always get what we want. We don't always get what we want.
Now what? Let's go. Ready for pickup?
Add-on done. Swap away.
Armed and ready.
Waiting on you. Picking up. Ready for dust off.
You've depleted that mineral field.
In the rear with the gear.
In the pipe. Pylon. Waiting on you. Understood.
Just big ass doom drop, bro. Put the Marauders up front. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he just meat grindered himself. Ooh. Well, he was a little bit better, but he, yeah. I mean, he turtled, but he didn't have units, is kind of what it looked like, right? Not sure. Not sure what went wrong there for him. What was the supply when he ran up his ramp to try and shut this down? 5 out of 5. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna count it up. I'm gonna count it up. Oh, he got really choked up on that spot. And the upgrades were 1-1, so I should have had 2-2 for that too. Now you're the $5 biggie bag instead of the 4 for 4. When it comes to fees, is there a difference? The truth is out there. The truth is out there. Look at that, getting like 100 plus 100 each game. That's not bad. So that's Diamond MMR already with Bio. Well, we're at least Diamond League playing Bio. That's nice. Right? That's nice. That's confidence boosting. That's inspiring. I feel like if we have anything else besides 13 Goldens and a cat, it would be chickens. I'd love some fresh eggs. Yeah, see, now chickens are great because they're not really meant to. They're not like you wouldn't think to yourself, oh, I'm gonna take my chickens out for a walk in downtown, right? But like somebody with a pet goat might try to do that, right? Like we've seen it. We've seen a guy with goats at Starbucks. We've seen a guy leash up his goats at Starbucks. So, you know, it's not the play I'd recommend. That's all. No, just regular goats. He had a sign that said the county was persecuting him because his apartments, you're not allowed to have livestock animals in your apartments in Washington. I don't know any place where any apartment building where they explicitly allow livestock animals, but I would imagine none of them do. So I don't know. Maybe he was living in an apartment and then he inherited some goats and didn't have anywhere to put them, so he decided to just take them as his pets with no awareness of how society works. I don't know. Or he was somehow he owned a house and had goats, or he got kicked off a farm. Maybe it's like a Yellowstone ranch situation. Maybe Mr. Dutton just got like tired of him and was like, now you don't live on the ranch anymore. So, yeah. How somebody gets into that position, that's a really interesting thought. I want a meter. What you up to? What are you doing? You droning? No goats in the bunkhouse. That's right, Rip. Rip said no goats in the bunkhouse. That's fine. You can have it. You can have it.
Add-ons finished. Your add-on is complete. Command center upgrade complete.
Well, that's going to be his play. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. We're just going to have to hit him with everything we've got as soon as we can, right? He's being greedy. He's being greedy.
Your add-on is complete. Add-on done. Swap away.
Ready for dust off. Ready for dust off. Ready for dust off.
Got no paper.
That's right, baby. I mean, he tried to be so greedy. You see how many drones he lost at the start of the game, too? Trying to take that gold base. That was super greedy of him. That was super greedy of him. Now we're at 6. No, that was a really greedy build by him to do this. He goes hatch first. He goes hatch first to the gold. Versus a Reaper expand, especially. That's tough. Nice dab, F hour. Here, let me see. Do I have that button still? There you go. I got you, bro. You know, because I delay this, and the fact it's like double hatch, right? He goes hatch, gas, hatch. And the Reaper just immediately bullies him off of the base. So that's so many drones that are just running around. But I killed like, what, 4 or 5 of them? And he doesn't have anything mining on the gold either. So that queen just finishes. Yeah, 2 Marines wasn't going to be enough. I wasn't sure how many drones he would have, but he moved a lot. So I guess I denied him mining even more again. I don't know. Usually what people do is they get this base and then you think to yourself, oh, I got to kill him, right? I got to kill him because this gold base is going to run me over with the economy. And sometimes that is the case. Like sometimes that's what you have to worry about. But it's also a pretty common tactic for a Zerg player to say, well, the Terran is going to try and do everything they can to punish me for taking the space now. So they'll say, I don't actually need to tech up or play defensive. I just got to build units now that I have the gold, because the difference between a gold base and a regular base is not actually how much resources it gives you. That's like a pretty common fallacy in StarCraft. The only difference between a gold base and a regular base is how many workers you need to optimally saturate it. So the gains are almost entirely in your supply cap and really nowhere else. So taking a gold base early on, it can be a really good move because 12 workers fully saturates it, whereas 12 workers would only partially saturate any other base. So this is really important. So basically by taking the gold, instead of making 4 more drones, he can make 2 extra roaches, right, for this push, but he took a lot of damage before he ever got to that point. So the game never quite reached that state because of the you can't let the Terran kill 4 drones at the beginning of the game. Like he's got the gold, but I'm up a lot. Yeah, even with the gold income, he's not ahead of me. He's not ahead of me on income, even with the gold. So that kind of tells you everything. So losing 4 drones will have that effect though. That'll do that to you. Hey Gary, I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I'm just playing some bio, just playing some chill, regular, random Terran games. I started on a new account today, and I'm already in Master League, so, you know, just, it's like no matter how not seriously I try to take the game, I just can't help but be amazing at it. I know.
The quest for glory begins.
SCV ready. Bad news. Woo-hoo. Oh. Go ahead. SCV ready.
I'm up against Matt Damon. I was never crazy about the Bourne movies. Seems like every RTS will be on beta again soon. Yeah, did you guys check out Rogue Command? Those guys hit me up with you know, they made the mistake of being stingy. They gave me a review key to look at it, and they gave me a beta key for it. They didn't give me a real key when it came out, but that actually, I was playing that for a little bit. That seemed pretty fun. I think I was trying that like 2 months ago. Rogue Command it's kind of like just a roguelite RTS kind of thing. You get different abilities until you lose a match. Every time you win against somebody else, you basically get to augment your army and you play versus somebody else who's at like the same level as you. So it's like a roguelite, but it's PvP. I actually quite enjoyed that one. I quite enjoyed playing that. And then their beta ended, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, go buy the game if you want it." And I'm like, it's probably. If that's your strategy, then it's probably not gonna be many people to play against either. So, but I tried that. That was pretty nice. Now, I've mostly been playing. Well, you guys know the new Fortnite season dropped yesterday. That's been really fun. Been playing a lot of that with Katie. I think aside from that, I've mostly been playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's been awesome, and the new TCG Pocket app. I've been playing the new phone card game, the Pokemon card game for the phone that they just released. I've been playing that a lot. That's awesome. I've been loving that. Been loving that. Oh, he got me, and he's got his third up too. Oof. That was good by him. Rogue Command? Yeah, I think it was called Rogue Command. That might not be the name of it. It might not be the name of it. They were just like, here's a closed beta. Here's a closed beta. You can't stream it. Enjoy. And then I was like, okay. And they're like, the game's out. Buy it. I'm like, okay. I mean, I kind of liked playing it, but they didn't end up actually like doing any push or anything for it, so. I think he got me. GG. Let's go next. Let's that puts us at what, 7 games? Let's go next. Easy peasy. Oh, he had a lot of lings. I guess he was always going to do that flood. I think he was going to ling flood me no matter what there. Yeah, 3 more games. 3 more games and today's show is over. We got this time, Protoss. Most of the games I played today have been against Zerg now, right? This is my second game versus Protoss. Oh, is he proxying? Oh, there it is. There it is. GG. All right, guys, let's go next and count it up to 8. If I beat people that do builds like that, then I'll only play people who do those builds better. You know what I mean? So if I insta leave against those builds, as soon as I start to run into the MMR where people do them, then I will push those players up into masters and I won't have to get cheesed a bunch. You looked away for a second? Yeah, he built 3 proxy gateways and a forge outside my base, so I just left.
It's time to kick things off.
This is Terran versus Terran. So we got 2 games left. I think the biggest thing we worry about here is like proxy reapers or marauders, right? War Bun Bun asks, question mark PTR. Are you asking if I'm playing the PTR? I am not playing the PTR. Thank you. Thank you for coming into the stream today. Thank you, sir. I'm playing on a new account on the NA server. I'm playing 10 games today, and that's all. I'll play 11 games if you want, but any game after 10 is 500 each, right? So I think that's probably a little steep for my audience's pockets, personally.
Command center upgrade complete. Roger.
What's going on? SCV ready. Agreed. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. That's all. Nothing I can't handle. SCV ready. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Add-ons finished.
SCV ready. Hear me.
Too long. Didn't read. Hi, DC Trey. What's up, bro? I'm in a game. Ask your long question after the game. I'm going to pretend he asked me if I had anything good to eat this weekend. I opened up a new pint of ice cream that I've been sitting on for like 2 weeks. I've had it in the fridge. I was being patient. I was being very patient. I was being a good boy. So there I have an answer. I have an answer to your question. Tillamook has like a chocolate series of ice creams that are like extra cocoa, like 50%. And they're so good. It's called like double. It's like double chocolate cookie dough. It's unreal. So good. Easily one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Hello there. Okay. Hey, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm just gonna play 2 more games, and this will probably be the last time I stream for a while again. But you know, I had the itch. I had the itch. Oh, he's doing some kind of like one base thing here. Is that it? He's doing some kind of one base thing here. He's turtling on one base. Looks like. How come? Yeah, I don't know. I don't stream anymore. I don't know how to tell you that. If you haven't figured that out in the last month, then God help you.
Big job, man. Screw. SCV ready.
GG. All right. We're going to play one more game today, guys, and that's going to be it. I want to give a big thanks to everybody who tuned in today. I appreciate it. Do I use the escape key to cancel things? No. I got this really tiny keyboard that actually doesn't even have F keys on it, and the escape key is the tilde. So I have the escape key. I replaced it with tilde, so it's just always tilde now. I use backspace to cancel building stuff in the game. I just press backspace because it doesn't matter. What kind of white work am I doing in IT? Systems administration. That's all you get unless you have, you know, unless you're offering me something real cushy. Yeah, so I switched to a 60% keyboard. Normally, I would never use a keyboard like this because it's terrible for a game like StarCraft, but I only play this game like once every other month now, so I play like a little bit of Direct Strike on the weekends, but it's not like a huge deal. You cheesing me? Is that what this is? Okay, well, he's not. We're fine. See? There you go. That could have been dangerous. That could have been dangerous.
Your command center's got some new toys.
You want a piece of me, boy? This better be good. SCV ready. Matched by the numbers. Armed and ready. SCV ready. Sure. Can't wait. You got it. SCV ready. You scared me. SCV ready.
Add-on done. Swap away.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Add-on.
Go, go, go.
As I recall, Protoss is still a lot of blink aggression. I think is still quite popular in the meta.
Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. Huh? Roger.
Yeah, this is going to be the last game of today's stream. I just want to say a big thanks to everybody who tuned in. And if you check out the VOD or anything like that, I just want to say thank you so much for your support over the years. If there's ever an opportunity for me to be a part of StarCraft again, I hope you know that that's an opportunity that I look forward to jumping on. Right now, the game is kind of owned by the Saudi Arabian government, and for whatever reason, they don't seem to like me, so I don't get to be a part of StarCraft, but maybe one day in the future, that won't be the case anymore, and I can be a part of the game again. But yeah, I still like playing StarCraft. I still watch. You'll still see me in chats. If any of you guys watch Roddy or Pig, I'm sure you've seen me recently, or Hero Marine. I'm in the chats. I'm in the streams, hanging out. But life's a lot more peaceful when I'm not stressing out about this game 24/7. You know.
Go ahead.
Okay, he's just chilling. He's just chilling. He's in little turtle mode himself. That's fine. Thank you for making time for streaming. Thank you. You know, I don't expect a lot of people to show up. I don't expect people to do anything. You know, the hype is dead, right? I don't have any kind of schedule or anything like that. As long as things are the way they are, I'm never going to be allowed back in the StarCraft space, so it's nice to occasionally just come on and just say hi. I don't ever want to stop doing that. Plus, you never know, right? One day things might change. One day things might change. You never know. You never know. Hey, In Control got kicked from doing BlizzCon before, you know? Things change. Things change. I'll hold out as long as I have to. Even Jeff got banned from casting events before. Oh, lots of Colossi.
Your research is ready.
Beautiful. Look at that. You see that shutdown? Whew. Look forward to more of you, and SC will definitely happen. I'm 31, you know? If all we do is wait for the, 30-year anniversary of StarCraft, I'll be the youngest person there from the current group, so. They're going to want somebody that doesn't have gray hair, that has experience with StarCraft, you know? By the time SC3 comes out, I'll be the only person from the original WCS crew that isn't balding or gray, you know? Things I keep in mind. About me, yeah.
You've depleted that mineral field.
You want a piece of me, boy? It's about to get heavy.
GG! Jesus Christ, he says. Yeah, that's right. You got smoked, son. You got smoked like salmon. You got smoked like bacon. This man got smoked like, I don't know. I don't even know, man. Snoop's pipe on election night. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. It'll be ripping, I'm sure. What was he trying to do at the start of the game? What was his little probe up to? Thanks for all the great casting and streaming over the years. Thank you, thank you. I had an amazing career in StarCraft. It's something I will look back on fondly forever. It's one of my most amazing memories. It's highly unlikely I'll ever do anything as cool as what I got to do in StarCraft, that's for sure. Nathan stuffed that push harder than my mom's Thanksgiving turkey. God damn. That's exactly what I like to hear. That's exactly what I like to hear. Look at that. He hit me with the Jesus Cristo at the end. That's beautiful. Did he have a forge? Was it a cannon rush? Was it an attempted cannon rush here? No. Did he just think I wasn't going to pay attention to him building a base in my base? Is that it? He just thought that he was going to be able to just build a pylon and make some gateways in there, I guess. But instead he ended up just going for a pretty typical gateway expand. Nothing really crazy or interesting here. You don't know if Pig is an OG, but he definitely ain't balding anytime soon. You know, Pig's been around for a long time. If I had to guess, I would guess he's in his late 30s or close to 40. I don't know what year he was born though. He might just be a few years older than me. He might just be a few. Well, if screaming at the top of his lungs doesn't age him, then I don't know what will. But you're right. He might be like the uncle figure, and I'll be the daddy figure when we do the WCS reboot. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Rotterdam will be the perfect old man caster, because he'll probably still remember everything that's ever happened in every game of StarCraft that he's ever seen, so... That level of knowledge will actually make more sense when Roddy's older, so... He's 35? Okay, yeah. So he'll just be a little bit ahead of me then, probably. He might have a touch of gray. We'll see what my 37 looks like compared to his 41. We'll just have to find out. No, getting the interference matrix was huge, and then he just didn't have any support, right? No guardian shield, no force field. Just pure Stalker versus pure Stalker Colossus versus Bio. It's just not going to do it most of the time for you. Not bad. Was that plus 60? So according to this, he's diamond, which is fine. So maybe this is one of those MMR glitches. Maybe this is just one of those glitch things that it looks like I'm about the same level as him, but it put me into masters. So that might just be the game being a little bit silly. I feel like I've seen a reasonable amount of that, but my bio is probably like Diamond League right now, I think is fair to say. But if he's really diamond, that's not bad then. I think we beat a diamond player, we beat a masters player. We beat like 2 masters players. These games have been crazy good today. Yeah, I didn't expect to run into such good players. This is the first time I've 1v1'd on this account, so I was hoping that it would just be a lot of really easy matches so I could kind of like learn how to play again, because it's been a while, but it turned into something a little spicier. It's not bad. Not bad at all. But yo, that's going to be it for the stream today, everybody. I played my 10 games, and that's all I really want to do. That's all I really wanted to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I might do it again at some point in the future. I might not, but I love StarCraft. I'm never gonna stop doing StarCraft related things. And if I win the lottery and become a bajillionaire and don't have to work anymore, then I'll probably stream a little bit more often. But until then, it's just gonna be a little bit sparingly. I'm working some pretty long days, working some pretty early days, so I like to prioritize my spare time for my family. But I ended up having a little bit of extra time this weekend, so I wanted to share some of that with you because I miss you guys. Yeah, I know my dog Lissy misses me. I think the only other thing I have to say is I'll probably play more when the patch comes out or when they change the maps. I think the last time I was streaming StarCraft, I think my thoughts were the maps are mostly terrible. This season's map pool is pretty bad. I'm so tired of the ghost meta, so I just hope that this giant patch that the Balance Cabal's putting together just shakes up the game a little bit more. I really hope we could get away from mass tier 3 defining the entire game. That would be nice. But yeah, until then, buff Protoss and don't do drugs. Stay in school. Bye-bye.